Last night, we all saw Gwyneth Paltrow win her case against Terry Sanderson, but what did she whisper in Terry's ear? We have the answer to that and so much more. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and thanks to everybody who joined us through the 8-day trial. We watched all 8 days, all 8 hours a day, and no matter your thoughts on Gwyneth, I think we all agreed she deserved that dollar. So watching this verdict last night with you all was a lot of fun. And it was good to see her win that dollar. Well earned. It's a long trial. But the big question was, what did she whisper in Terry's ear at the end just then? It had us all scratching our heads. We're like, whoa, she just walked right up to him. She's avoided him all trial, and she touched him on the back, said something to him as she exited. What did she say? Well, last night we did get to find this interview, and I want to make sure those of you who didn't get to see it when we were later in the show, you had a chance to see. This is what Gwyneth said, according to Terry.
Did Gwyneth Paltrow say something to you as she left?
She did. I wish you well, she said to me.
That was very kind. Yeah.
Very nice. Very kind.
She did.
Very kind. And he almost, look at him. He's like, yeah, Gwyneth, talk to me. Look, this is my problem with Terry. He always seems like, yeah, I'm so excited. And that happened and was carried into this other interview he did outside the courtroom, which we didn't get to watch last night. And I wanted to share with you guys. He also is going to tell you what he said back, along with more blame on Gwyneth being a celebrity and how impossible it is to stop celebrities. So let's check this out. We also have Gwyneth's reaction I'll play for you at the end. If you haven't already, before I play this next clip, you made it this far, hit that subscribe button for me, hit that bell for all alerts, smash that like button. We are your pop culture commentary channel. Appreciate you guys. Let your thoughts down below. What did you think of Terry? Were you glad Gwyneth won? Do you think he was doing this for the clout? I want to hear your thoughts. Now, here's his big interview at the end, all the press.
I'm just very disappointed, as you might expect. Very disappointed.
What do you think were the factors going into the decision, Terry?
Well, it shouldn't have been the facts of the accident because, as I said, I brought absolutely the truth to the accident. And
I brought the actual truth to the
no
accident?
reason to wander from that, and I still won't. And I brought it for that reason because I wanted to see if justice prevails in those situations. But it becomes character assassination, doesn't it? It becomes things that you thought were long gone in your life that gets brought back. Things from 30 years ago and 40 years ago that should be meaningless. One of your lawyers
Should be meaningless. No, it's all about character because it's a he said, she said. And you knew that going in.
said today it's tough to sue a celebrity. Tell us how tough.
the resources that are available to them, and I doubt if I got the feeling that they never really knew what was going on. They were so protected, and they're really. This is odd having so many cameras.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure.
You love it. Don't you lie. You love
Prior
it.
medical history was basically displayed for the world. Was this worth it?
Absolutely not. You know, knowing that now, no. I joked about dating sites, right? It's like I'm going to be on the internet forever, right? And
you might have a reality show, Terry. This is a crazy world we live in here.
I don't need that.
Terry,
It's like a
did Gwyneth Paltrow...
This is so weird. And Billy Bush is right. Who knows? I don't think people care enough about Terry at this point. It's over. Today's your last day, Terry.
touch you as she left?
She did.
And what?
Her exact words, "I wish you well." Very kind of her.
That's all she said.
That's all she said.
Okay, and did you respond?
I said, "Thank you, dear." I said, "Thank you, dear."
Bob,
Thank you, dear. Thank you, dear.
your lawyer even said, she's a good person. She's a good mother. She's not lying. Terry's a good person. He's not a good... So somewhere in there, it's just, at the end of the day, he said, she said, there was nowhere anyone could go.
Yeah, and of course,
So basically, yeah, you're full of it. They really brought Billy Bush out to the courtroom. He must have been the slow news day.
you get some assumed credibility from being a famous person. You know, people just take it. Who wants to take on a celebrity? Really, no wonder I hesitated, right? It's difficult. Who wants to do that? Someone who learns lines and learns how to play someone else's part and be believable, be credible, and get awarded for that. Who wants to go down that path? And that's
But
caused
do you
me
think
so
she was
much
lying
hesitation.
in her version? Because Bob
Yeah.
said no.
Good question. Like, oh, she's playing a part. She's reading lines. Look at him. He's still being a jackass at the end.
I believe she thinks she has the truth. I believe she thinks that. But I know, I absolutely know, and I said I would not bring any falsehoods. I'm going to tell the truth, and I did. Absolutely. I
So
feel
was
good
she
about
was
that.
she acting in this? Was this another role for her?
I wouldn't know that. You'll have to speak.
Okay, there are ski accidents all the time.
Good, smart, because
People get up, they dust themselves off.
sued for
they ski
defamation.
out. So why bring this on this particular case?
I've never been hit harder in my life, ever, ever, ever. I've never been knocked so flat, hit so hard initially, and just pounded. And then I didn't know, of course, after I hit the ground, I was out, but she bounced and bounced off and slid up to the right side. This is stuff I didn't know. How long was I unconscious? How would I know that? It's whatever anybody tells me. It's, 2 minutes, 5, 10. It's really hard to track that truth. And so,
It's hard to track that truth. What is he talking about?
yeah, I was all over the place. I didn't know.
Everybody talks about it being a big.
I was all over the place. I didn't know what I was talking about. Plus, he's blind in one eye. It's very likely they hit each other, and he's just assuming she hit him. And she may have hit him more than realized. They both probably could have hit each other, or she was trying to get out and he just didn't see her, because I think that's most likely the situation.
Beginner run. If you know the run in the midway through, just before it cuts to Lucky Charm, it's actually quite steep. Do you know what part of the run it was? Because you can get going fast at certain spots.
I think it was just, I don't know, have you seen where they put up the big signs that say slow down? They're huge, great big signs.
Yeah.
It was just past those. I just passed those and just leaned back and I was just gliding.
One more
Yeah, that was
question.
just
So you answered questions on the stand. You were cogent. You seemed very attentive. How does that jibe with the assertions that your mental capacity is diminished?
Yes, I just answered a similar question. The habits that I've gotten into that are just unique, I found workarounds, significant workarounds. You've heard about chewing gum and walking at the same time? Well, what if all you could do was think about walking in order to keep from this right leg from going the wrong direction? What if that's what it was? All of a sudden your walk on trails is different. You're just watching where you're stepping instead of enjoying the beauty of what you're seeing. So there's things that go unhidden that you just adapt to, that you don't realize. And the other thing is I've called the walk of shame. Everybody walks up to the fridge, right, and goes, well, why am I here? Right? But what if the very next thing you did was another walk of shame? And you go, what's going on?
Is that what you're doing?
All day long.
That's
And
it, guys.
it
Thank you,
never
guys.
goes away.
Thank you, everybody.
Never goes away. But you don't see that.
There's closure in the case. Can you have
The
closure?
lawyer's like, we're done. He's
Yeah.
like,
It's
Oh,
not
you
gonna
got
come-
one more,
It's not
Andrew?
going to come this fast. It's just going to take me a while. It took a long time to get here. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your kindness, everybody.
Take care, Terry.
They're like, get out of here, Terry. Stop. We got to get out of here. No more talking. Now, how did Gwyneth react? Gwyneth did a story on her Instagram. I felt that acquiescing to a false claim compromised my integrity. I am pleased with the outcome, and I appreciate all the hard work of Judge Holmberg and the jury, and thank them for their thoughtfulness in handling this case. Classy. I got to say, at the end of the day, I am more of a Gwyneth fan. I have not always been a Gwyneth fan. I know the internet and most of you guys think she's a snooty, elitist, bougie, goopist. But I thought she handled this well. Look, being falsely claimed like this guy was clearly just trying to shake her down. I think this was a classy way to be say, look, all the best. Good for her, man. Good for her. And it made me look at her in a new way. She was so worried about those cameras, but I think she missed and didn't realize this was a perfect opportunity to humanize her and make us like her more and help her brand. She was going to seem like the victim. She was going to be the victim. She was the victim. I don't know why they didn't let us see it more. I mean, I guess they were trying to protect her so she didn't get memed if she picked her nose or something, and that's fair. But there was a lot of fighting those cameras, and I think at the end of the day, it was good these cameras were here because it helped her. In my opinion of her has grown since this. I'm curious what you guys think. Do you like her more or less? Are you glad she got her justice? Are you mad she got her justice? I want to hear your thoughts down below. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up, hit the super thanks. I appreciate you guys. We got more on this story. One more just came in. I'm going to record it next. You're not going to miss this one. Stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet.